Trump's allies in Congress are working to bring his goal of acquiring Greenland a step closer to reality. They've introduced a bill that would allow Trump to enter into negotiations with Denmark, 11 House Republicans pushing the so-called Make Greenland Great Again Act. The bill would give Congress the ability to block any agreement within 60 days, but would need a veto-proof two-thirds majority in both chambers to do so. Trump has called US control of Greenland a, quote, absolute necessity for national security. For more on what we can expect from the incoming Trump administration, I'm joined by Eleanor Clift. She's a political columnist at the Daily Beast. Good to see you again, Eleanor. So let's start with what, as far as we know, motivated the president-elect's interests in expanding the US's role in places like Greenland and Panama. Is it national security, as he suggests, or is there a bigger motivation at play here?
I think he just looked at a map and thought this wonderful tract of land that would be strategically important, and who knows, maybe he'd like to build some Trump hotels there as well. But what started out and what was treated initially as a joke in the media here quickly became serious when you start investigating the status of Greenland and the fact that there is pressure there for them to hold they want to hold a plebiscite, and they want to be independent, and there is a U.S. military base, and President-elect Trump, soon to be President Trump, loves to make big sweeping deals, and he sent his son over there ostensibly on a vacation. So, and he refused to rule out the use of military force, which frankly nobody here takes that seriously, and I hope he doesn't either. Because
well, that's right. I mean, how serious is this whole story in a sense? If a deal is only a deal if both parties agree, I mean, how likely would Greenland agree to such a deal?
Well, I think there could well be discussions. The deal could be sweetened in some way. There is a military base there. More assurances, I guess, to Greenland about their own future would be part of it. So I wouldn't say it will happen, but I think it will get some serious attention. But this president has bigger issues when it comes to military might to worry about, chiefly in Ukraine and the Middle East. So I don't think he'll be getting around to Greenland anytime soon. But again, there is pressure building there for their own self-determination, and they may well want to be free from Denmark. They are under Denmark's control and more on their own. And Trump and the United States could play a bigger role there than they do now.
But taking on territories like Greenland and Panama surely would be an economic cost to the US too, or does that advantage outweigh the cost? What are the economics around those things?
Well, the minerals there are suddenly more important, and climate change changes the dynamics in many parts of the world, and so suddenly Greenland has become an important parcel of land, and this new president has his eye on it. But again, I don't think it's at the top of his to-do list. It's almost what I would call a side venture, and he loves to kind of throw off the media prognosticators who think there's no way he can pull this off. It turns out it's a more serious discussion than anyone predicted. But again, bottom line, the Greenlanders would have to go along with it.
Well, that's right. Do we know much about the global response, especially from those in these targeted regions? Allegedly, there would have to be a vote of some sort?
Yes, there would have to be a vote. There would have to be a plebiscite. But having just watched this president come back after having been defeated 4 years ago, and looking at the role of the media, and not the traditional media, but the role of influencers and all sorts of side players, if the Trump team wants to apply pressure to Greenland, I don't see them doing anything illegal, but they are very good at manipulating social media and doing a good marketing and sales job, if you will. So I'd keep my eye on that, frankly, to see how serious this will get.
And what role would Congress and the global community play in shaping or carrying out a mission like this?
I don't know that Congress would play a role there. I don't think they would ratify something that Greenland does. It would be, I mean, potentially there could be a treaty involved. If there's a treaty involved, then Congress would have to vote that. And I'm not sure whether that would be a majority. That could well be 2/3 vote required. So we're a long way from that. But yes, I think if it actually turns into, you know, an independent Greenland and conducting some sort of deal with the Trump administration and a treaty ensues, then Congress would get involved. And I wouldn't see, if it gets to that point, I wouldn't see any objections. I think the Republicans would be saying hallelujah, and the Democrats would have no real reason except partisan opposition to oppose. I mean, it would be a grand prize for this new president. But again, I don't want to get way out in front of where things are. We're a long way from that.
That's right. It's a wait and see experience. All right, Eleanor, we'll leave it there. Really appreciate your time. Eleanor Clift.
Thank you.